Just punching now into the very first run. On my new map. Having accidentally entered Nightmare difficulty. I lost my previous map. It was a moment of reflection and process, to tell you the least. No, I'm amp damaged here. Just gonna, if it was softcore, I might not kite as much, but yeah, amp with fanaticism is just not the greatest recipe when it comes to living. Sorry, just setting up my chat right now. There we go. All right. Yeah, so I'm still half operating on muscle memory from the previous map, which was ran quite a few times. Put a number on it. 1,000? I actually don't know. So when it comes to just what's that, you reckon? Got it. Saigon. Thought maybe it would be the Tau Russians. Right, let's get in here. This area can be great. It's high density, but then I spend a bit of time, it reduces efficiency when I have to. Try and confirm that there's nothing like hidden in all the loot there. Oh god. Let's check that out. Oh gosh, again. Second tally in a row away from the loot drop. Legendary mallet, I'm after a unique one of those. And in particular the Schaefer.
I am overburdened.
Still feels like I'm dialing in. I'm not feeling smooth. I was wondering whether or not I was going to grind again for the Holy Grail this evening, and I had this epiphany. It was quite profound, that the Holy Grail is not going to find itself.
I can't carry it. I am overburdened.
Those unique pole arms, I think to be just quite common. little moves like that, one elite after the other, that give me a degree of satisfaction when killed in quick succession. And when I have to chase Devilkins across the map, that feels like an eternity. In the middle of a group with amp damage. I mean, 2.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Those Devilkin can be prickly, just trying to chase them down, often eventuating in nothing other than a pile of gold. No elites in there. Two javelin skills. Got a pair of 220s just overnight. Javelin glove. Sorry, 1 second, sorting some admin out my end. Right. Is that displaying? Yeah. Possibly enough howls just to cover it. What am I feeling this stream? I'm feeling a mid to high room, and that's just not me being not just optimistic. It's feels like he's done the yard only without many high rooms, and one is overdue. It doesn't work that way, but what I'm feeling. You all know that RNG cares about how you feel. F, and only 28 ED, but has 318. Defense. Malrune. I was feeling a rune. Mid to high, I said, it's a pretty broad range, but we'll take it. This is getting a little bit out of hand. These mid runes are coming and relatively fast. One of those sounds players and pulling it out.
I need a key. I am overburdened.
So I was just saying earlier I was feeling a mid or a high rune, and then what, a minute later a Mal rune's dropped. I wonder if I should just say I'm feeling a high rune only and see how that works. RNG will surely regard my opinions and how I feel. I think that was enough howls to keep the monsters away. Right. Some zombies. If rip, but that's about it. That sound in the background is rain, and heavy rain at that.
I am overburdened.
Good day.
Yeah, well, just took my headset off to listen to it. Oh,
Greetings.
dear cards, bring us some luck, would you?
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Twitch throw. Been a while. The IAS, I reckon, is just gold. Struggling to find IAS on early items.
I am overburdened.
And then along comes Twitch throw in the early game.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
That was crazy. I remember just starting pit zerking after getting Barbgantuan to level 99, and I found 2 Executioner's Justices within about, I think it was a couple minutes. Unbelievable. Well, believable, but highly improbable. Just testing out a theory here, jumping across this gap here where my cursor is. Just take the things off. Yeah, gonna see if there's any champion or elite groups, well, yeah, any elite groups remaining. My suspicion is not, so yeah, I think I can do that as long as I get 5 elite groups before the jump, perhaps even 4, because it means that all the monster groups will have spawned. There's a workable theory. I may risk missing 1 elite group doing that, but I'll also save time, so that might overall work out as a more efficient option to do that. Skip that gap. If the condition of 4 or 5 elite groups has been met before it. And another Crown of Thieves. Is it? No, it's 10%. I saw the 20 IAS and I was like, oh, maybe. No. I really get to appreciate how rare those must be. Been picking them up all the time. So, not even a passable one. don't feel like going in the middle of some archers right now with amp damage. And some rear wall gauntlets full of troubles with nothing notable on them. So there, more G-face. Great helm. When I want to up the damage on Barbgantuan, I don the G-face.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
I've forgotten the name of that scooter. Is it Storm Shield? Something to do with lightning? Oh, it's Eth. Storm Chaser. That's right. That'll go on the Eth list, which is actually building. I don't know if I'll look at this one.
I am
Bit
overburdened.
of fucking tornado. Two off, perfect on the AR there.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Swear there was another unique here. No, there was.
I am overburdened.
Pretty sure that was 7 spawns right there. That's good going. 7 elite groups. If I get 3 here, that's exceptional.
It's locked.
And it looks like I do. Yep. 10 elite groups, pretty sure. That doesn't happen too often. F-War jabs with nothing on them. That was quick.
I am overburdened.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, averaging about, let's say, 8 spawns of elite groups, and that's pretty good. Just getting some, still beating in on this map. Keeping track on the efficiency of it, because, well, before I fully commit, it will make a difference over the long run. How long the run will be, I don't know, but we've still got to find the Schaefers, which is kind of a bit daunting. Death Fathom is about 50%-ish more likely to drop than the Schaefers.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Aerial edge comes up every now and again. Actually relatively common. Gold wrap. Let's see what the roll on the gold is. Look at that. It's a perfect gold wrap. No, I won't say perfect. It's perfect on the gold find. I'll keep that as a spear. On the enhanced defense, I'm actually not sure what the roll on the enhanced defense. I've never paid attention to that.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
I'm pulling out those suicide branches a little bit too frequently, not getting that weapon swap in. kite these enemies for a little bit. Let them come to me. I have to check. So what's this? 41 ED. 41 ED. Imagine it's a coincidence and that actually rolls something up to 50%. Not important enough to stop and Google right now. We're after a Grail here. On the stat that matters, it was good.
I can't carry it.
Uh, 126. I should know off the top of my head. I think it's 130 something. Max roll on a attack rating on a Grand Chum.
I can't carry anymore.
Excuse me, hitting the mic there. Just keep scratching my beard. Which will create all sorts of audio delights, I presume, if you've got your headphones in. Mage Fist. Are they? Yes. No.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Okay, another Tomb Reaver. Are we? Come on. No. 3 open sockets. Yeah, we'll take that. Righto. You know what I might do? I can't remember the other one I've got. It's non-eth as well. I'll check the roll of the enhanced damage against that. And the weaker one will go. I mean, that's fitting, considering I found an eth bone hue earlier today. Now a Tomb Reaver, so 239 ED. Oh, I can't remember the rolls. There's a lot of rolls on this one, isn't there? dream of the day when I reselect item display to see some absolutely juicy drop. The last few super drops. Super drops? Yeah, it was cool, man. I've had item display on the whole time. For example, last night, when Mang Song dropped for the third time, which is just outrageous for me. Found 3 of those, and yet not a single death Fathom. But that's RNG. Death Fathom being about twice as likely, if not 3 times more likely. Rune. I very rarely find an elite spawn in this area. Legend sword, not leather gloves. On a cruel legend sword of quickness would be cool.
I need a key.
Oh wow. 318, if that was a small charm, that would be GG. But it's not. That is a large charm. They are not the same. The chieftain. Okay. We'll check that rage mask out.
These last two items are certainly seeming to just avoid me, but that's to be expected.
Yes.
You know, a couple of weeks ago I still had like 4 or 5 on the list, so there was a bigger pool for unfound items to drop from, but now it's just down to 2. But that's a crazy, well, I've got it on video and I'm going to make it into one. I was at 4 one day, and then down to 3, and then down to 2 in the space of, it was 20 minutes. So the Grail had not moved for some time, and then I just go and grind. That was, I think it was a terrorized, just trying to think, what's Tree Hand Woodfiston? Darkwood. Went to the terrorized Darkwood, and down in there I found a unique sacred armor, and I wanted it to go green. It was one of those strange cases where I found Tyrael's Might before Templar's Might, and what do you know, as odds would have it, I went from 4 to 3 on the Grail, finding Templar's Might rather, and then it was seriously, I think it was about 2 runs later, I had a little break in between, but 2 runs, Tree Hand Woodfist dropped my first and at that time only Windfalls. So yeah, just a couple of runs from going from 4 on the Grail to 2. Just exceptional is what it was. Oh, and in that time I also found my final remaining perfect sunder, the, what is it? The Black Rift, Magic Immune Sundering, Grand Charm. I'd found every, and multiples of, including Bone Break, like 10%. Bone Breaks multiples of, but I found like 46, 47s, where am I going? 46, 47s of the Black Rift. Yeah, and that was on the same run as finding the Templars, so yeah. I completed the Sunder Grail, if that's a thing, in the same run that I went from 4 Grail items down to 3, and then minutes later 3 Grail items down to 2. Probably some of the craziest RNG in a short space of time I've ever played this game, if not the craziest. 2 top 10 rarest items, or thereabouts, I'm told, in the space of a few minutes. Frostburns, not yet. I'm doing a little compilation of ETH finds at some point. I've got a fair amount of material, 100 odd videos, almost all in different uniques and so on. And I've got to get my creative juices flowing to make a decent video showcasing those finds over the last year. The barracks and jail is actually a pretty efficient tier zone to do the Grail in. Coincidentally, I found it to be one of the most efficient places to level Barbgantuan when terrorized, of course. The monster's relatively weak, but the density is high and the experience is more than reasonable. It's also relatively safe, with the exception of the odd, I don't need that. With the, oh gosh, that's the old graphics. Skeleton archers, because you can't leech life from them, and if they're bearing
might or fanaticism is problematic.
I am overburdened.
There was a Hydra bow. Oh, yeah, so talking about crazy RNG, found my first, as I said before, first wind force about a couple of weeks ago, and just a couple of nights ago I found my second, and that's playing D2 for a couple of years, relatively solidly, having never found it to then finding two in a couple of weeks. And I've heard a number of stories like that. They're just quite memorable, aren't they? I've actually got to be careful with my monologuing. It's I'm kind of not sure that I'm paying attention to the drops so well. You call me monologuing. Crikey, I think that's 6 elite spawns in this small chunk of the map.
I can't carry anymore.
Is that elite?
I can't carry anymore.
I'll just skip this. And that'll be 7, which is the maximum I believe this map can hold. Very good, in other words. And if we get 3 on this level, that would be exceptional. And we do at 10 elite packs, which I actually didn't know was possible until recently. I thought the max was 9. But yeah, more elite packs, the greater the odds of getting the two items I'm after, at least in a shorter time frame. And I'll take any efficiencies that come my way at the moment, because the odds on a Schaefer's is a little bit daunting. I've got to find a unique legendary mallet first, and then it's got a chance of rolling. I was going to say Ironstone, that's the Warhammer Stone Crusher.
I am overburdened.
Rail. I just saw the rune part, and my hopes did get up. What's that sparkling ball? No. Is that Eth? It is Eth. I don't think I've bothered picking it up. Another one for the list. Not that I'm in any seriousness going for an Eth Grail. But yeah, just add it on to the Eth finds list. Make a wee video about it. The rarest Eth item I've found is a pair of Shadow Dancers.
I can't carry anymore.
If you could bear with me for a minute, I'm just going to make myself a beverage, a cold beverage, which will be a soda water, but homemade, just like it that way. Actual lemon, some baking soda and ice, and water. Right, 2 minutes.
thanks for bearing with me. I just made myself a fresh homemade soda and lemon, which is and has become my favourite drink. Extraordinarily refreshing. Okay, where are we? Empty cube. 15, good. So it's drops of the run so far. So 3 open socket Tomb Reaver, unfortunately not ethereal. Got a Malroon pretty early on in the stream. Little things that give me satisfaction. I've had a couple of map rolls where there's been 10 elite groups overall, like between the 2 levels, that is. Where is she gone? She just teleported away. Now I'm on a hide and seek scenario here. Is this even worth it in time? I have no idea where she went. Nah, this has become a mission now. Where are you? Oh, surely she'll be back. I don't know. Crikey. Do I give up? Okay, yeah. I'll have to give up that personal vendetta. I swung with the suicide branch, and old mate Wahi came in with the kill at the same time, and it made it appear like the enemy shaman died as a result of my suicide branch. So I had this pretty little whip in the background whilst killing him, but it was actually Wahi doing the legwork. It's a little bit of gold right there. Okay, the Dim Slayer, I have to, out of respect to this weapon, identify it. Because that's the weapon that got Barbgantuan through to about level 70. And then it became too weak. Like, it is amazing how good a weapon has to be on a barbarian to do any damage. Like, Players 8 were talking about stuff like that. I wasn't even getting close. Until the days of this old chestnut, the grief. One of the most complained about rumours in the game. But I mean, in single player, it's I'm an advocate for it. Like, yeah, PvP, okay, sure, but when you're grinding players 8 and your only AoE is whirlwind, like, yeah, it doesn't even bring anything close to what like a Nova Sword can do, or a, well, pretty much any sorceress in terms of clearing an area. And getting to that 99 was a grind as it was, and of course then I added a little bit of an extra layer by doing it with the grandfathers at the end, which was their clear speed was about half that of dual grief. But having got that behind me, I'm glad I actually did that. I've never found the grandfather. And the first one I got was a perfect roll, which is a 1 in a 101 chance. And of course the grandfather itself is, well, you could say exceptionally rare. It's up there. And yeah, got it while leveling. Only to find a second one. Not too long after that. I mean, I could dual wield. Totally viable. I even took down the Ubers with dual wielding the grandfathers. I mean, by that point in the game, he was level 99, and I pretty much had. I wouldn't say like your GG charms, of course. That like Son Online will have like multiple 320s, but I did have single player decent melee charms. And of course all the other meta gear on him, so that does help. Bale though was pretty slow, but Mephisto, all the mini Ubers, they went down relatively easy. But yeah, Mephisto was fine, Diablo was fine, but Bale was slow. I was somewhat astounded in that project, because of course I did a lot to get. I wanted a barb torch, of course that wasn't the first torch that dropped. I ended up running them, the Ubers, somewhere around 10 or 11 times. Despite having used the Barbarian for quite some time, I didn't know about the, well, I'd never used the Warcry skill. What am I thinking? Is it Warcry? That shows you how much I use it. Yeah, here. Battle Cry, that's right. So I had that maxed for running the Ubers, and the amazing thing was that at the level I got it to, of course being 99, I had points to chuck around. The enemy defense was negative 110 and damage was negative 65%. And I just had one ring with a bit of life leech on it and mana leech. And yeah, my health pool basically stayed at the 4 odd K mark against all the Ubers. Like it seldom even shifted. The exception was Lilith and her mad poison attack. But then it wasn't scary or like massive spike damage. It was like I need to put in a potion now, not like I could die in a given split second. So yeah, that skill there, and of course defense being a massive consideration against the Ubers. I didn't even have to put on anything giving attack rating, which freed up a lot of points for say strength, which adds damage, and vitality. I can't remember the total health pool I had against the Ubers. I think it was actually nearing 5,000. And my defense was, I think, 15,000, because I had shout near max. So it was, of course, taking my time as well. Impatience being, in my experience, the biggest killer of a hardcore character. Quite a safe experience taking down the Ubers, and that's no joke. I had some big concerns before entering, but yeah, with Battle Cry, get that right, Battle Cry, at max, just debuffed the bosses to the level that wasn't concerning. Not yet to pay attention, but yeah, so that's my top tip. Go hardcore, stuff the paladin, maybe an unpopular opinion, and just get your barbarian in there.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
I am bi, so I'm a good fan of, yeah. Ah, Chris Ball. Hello, sorry mate, I was monologuing. I'm just kind of like, it's reminiscent of that scene in, is it The Incredibles? You caught me monologuing? Well, you did catch me monologuing. Uh, yeah mate, so Berserk Barb needs double grief to do good damage. Uh, you've probably been around the traps with D2, have you? Like, sorry, just taking a drink. Because you're right. Up until recently, I imagine you've been playing for years. Up until recently, the offhand impacted the attack speed of your main hand in Berserk. So yeah, using a Blade of Valley Barber would decrease your main hand attack speed. But they fixed that in a recent patch. So is that what you're referring to, mate? I'll say they fixed it. They changed it. So me having, like, no matter what's in my offhand, the attack speed of Berserk is now calculated exclusively and entirely on the weapon in your main hand. So, is that what you're thinking about, mate? Cheers, matey. Oh, the full beard. You're back, mate. Full beard. You wouldn't believe what dropped for me last night. I won't make you make 1,000 guesses. I found my third Mang songs. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am appreciative. I really, really am. But a Death's Fathom or Schaefer's Hammer would have been preferred over a third Mang songs. But just to be clear, that's a second Mang songs by Barbgantuan himself, and my third ever Mang songs. Yeah, crazy indeed, man. I know. You have to see this because I'm like, yeah, what's going on here? This is just. There it is. So my first was found like 4 years ago, Mang songs, while leveling a druid in the River of Flame. I find Mang songs was right near the end of leveling the barb. That's in that big video I released with the most views. It was that one there, and then last night another Mang songs. I mean, ridiculous. I didn't need it, but I did find it. Oh, God, sorry. Excuse me, I've just entered into the same character. Oh, yeah, and another notable drop in the last couple of days is 1 to fire skills, a 38 to life. I was very pleased with that one. How are the Bratverse and the Vice Plows over there, mate? 15-second runs. Really? Is that including your load screen times though? Because if so, that is, well, it's believable. That's just exceptionally good. I'm aware that there is a, I don't know if it's not a mod, but you can localize the files or something and reduce your load screen time. I have actually done it, but it uses up an extraordinary amount of disk space on my SSD. I think like 256. Oh wow, okay. That's an efficient way of getting Schaefers, because the odds I'm looking at is about 1 in 90,000 in the pits. 15 seconds. That's a good map. You'll be stoked with that. Hold on, full stash. Ah, right, yep. I've got too many videos, fishing videos and Diablo videos on my SSD for editing. And it seems to, yeah, to do that. For now, I'll keep it as is. Actually, I do like, for me, a little break in between each run. It's helpful in the long run. I don't know, maybe you're the opposite, but I kind of do appreciate the little hiatus after pit circling 9 or so elite groups. Gives me a chance to have a little sip of water and partake in the electronic vape. What's your best from 3 sockets so far? Best, oh, right, best. What's your favourite drop from 3 sockets so far? Yeah, that would help. I saw old who was Sir Fox, that's right. I was watching a bit of his live stream. This will be White Waves back doing his exceptional journey to what make all rune words solo self-found. And his load screen time's like a split second or so, and I actually mentioned, I said, oh look mate, like incredibly efficient, and also how do you achieve those load screens? And he told me about that whatever it does, file packer something, probably got a technical term. But yeah, for now I'm okay without it, because as I said, it actually gives me a little bit of a hiatus. Found griffins, that's always a nice find. Yeah, I don't know, I think it's because I main barb, as they say. I actually don't mind pit zerking. Oh, I don't yet. I mean, just preparing myself for the long haul and hoping that I don't have to go that way. But yeah, griffins and Mr. Smith's Reaver. That's gold. What was the other one you said? Halibut's Reigns. Alright, yeah.
I can't carry anymore.
Now, by the way, I know there's more to Germany than bratwursts and wheat beer. I really do. I thought it was important to ask. actually, it's not just those two. There's also the auto barn to consider, the auto barn. Oh, you got an earth one. Earth cleaver. Crikey. That's a super rare find.
I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. I can't carry anymore.
Definitely there's a cool, I reckon one of the coolest uniques out there.
I can't carry anymore.
And because of that, I still remember finding my first one and thinking it was probably the coolest drop I'd ever found at the time. 2 years ago with my softcore offline sorceress. Yeah, she's on here. I got her to level 95 before Terror Zones, and that was a huge grind. Tally Stonker, that's right, there she is. You know, an Infinity, of course, self-wearing Infinity Novashawk, but I haven't bothered leveling her since. Yeah, got it to level 95 just via they just introduced the Stony Tombs is a new level 85 area, and I did that time again. And of course, the monsters were still just level 85, and so the XP gains beyond 90 were so slow, and it gave me a taste of what the original D2 players that tried to get to 99, what they had to go through.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, like I take my hat off to them. The Terror Zones
I can't carry anymore.
made it much more manageable getting this character here, Barbgantuan, up to 99. I'm told the calculations were something like before Terror Zones, the guys that actually did it to get to 99 was 500 hours, which is insane. 500 playing hours. I think it was basically Bale runs only at that point, because you'd only get experience from Bale, I think it was,
I am overburdened.
or maybe Lister the Tormentor as well.
I can't carry anymore. I can't
Double
carry
Grand Charm from the Sparkly chest. 28 of life, could do with one skill in front of that.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
I just saw your last comment there, the full beard. When you find another Zod, that's the kind of positive belief we need in this world, mate. I hope you are cranking out cows. Well, that's the best place to find one, I'm told. Or you find a couple of Cham, right? Or a Cham and a cup or a jar Although, would you really?
I can't
Would
carry
anyone? Would anyone cube up their offline jars to make a Zod? I mean, I don't know. Would you?
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you did that. I don't think I've ever met anyone that's done that leveling service. There's obviously got to be a player on the other side. So you did that when you were young and dumb, eh? I hope that was worth a few high runes, considering the amount of actual time it would have cost. And yeah, if you're going to think use real money, right?
I am
You just
overburdened.
buy the forum gold, which I suppose is why people don't. Some people put it in the controversial bracket. You could have had a little pyramid scheme going, mate. Could have said, yeah, you got that little level to the character and then just buy whatever the market rate was and sell it in runes. There's another person to do the level service for you, you know, just skimming a bit off the top. I don't know if I explained that well, I'm just kind of like half focusing on pit surfing right now. Did I check that Warhammer? I did. Yeah. That's how we do it, right? We do sell our money, sell our time for money. Just, let's try not to think about that too much, right? Well, hopefully you're doing it for a job you enjoy. Just trying to think what's after my university days, I sold my time. Yeah, as a dishwasher. Actually, I would recommend it if you're having a bit of a life crisis when you're young. I don't think there's anyone here anymore. Yeah, what was I, like 19? I left university and ended up washing dishes for sometimes double shifts. It was like 13 hours of dishes in a day. And I was only about 2 weeks into that, and I was like, is this what I want to be doing with my life? Is this how I'm going to trade my time for money? Is this how I want to do it? And funnily enough, the answer was a resounding no. That's not how I envisage the rest of my life. And then that saw me go slightly drastically, go to the internet cafe, so it was the year 2007. I didn't have a computer. I mean, I was a poor student just before this, and put in my application to go join the army, and that's what I did for a dozen years. I don't regret it at all, but yeah, that wasn't born out of comfort. That was born out of like, I need to do something and fast, something at least semi-meaningful, and that's what I landed on. Saw half the world. They call it military tourism. I left the service about 5 years ago, so I'm almost re-civilianised now and a normal person.
I am overburdened.
Let's check that protector shield out. I don't like being activated on me. I won't do that. All res 8. Huge. Pacifist. Fair enough, mate. It's definitely not everyone's bag. Oh yeah, it's an interesting topic for sure. The existence of a standing army, or a professional army, full-time army. I mean, I had to look at that history and so on as part of my professional education. But yeah. Look, well, it is Ed. Could we see an awesome roll? I haven't seen anything passable yet. 30 IS, I mean, we're off to a good start, and then it just tapered right off. Tapered right off.
I am overburdened. I can't carry it.
Wait, was that an elite in there? That was an elite. Oh, F. Here we go again. No. F rep, though. It's something. And by something, I mean completely worthless. In an online world, anyway.
I can't carry it anymore.
81 for the strength. Port room. Oh no, no. If hell hasn't kicked in, they're not running away, and if they're not running away, they're shooting. And if they're shooting with amp damage on me and they've got might, that is not good. I wasn't paying full attention there. I really got to be careful. Like even then I just went right into the middle of the devil kin with fanaticism. They're not the most damaging enemy, but I've been in there when a pack of them swung almost the whole group of them simultaneously, and my health pool went down to I think about a third or under, and that's not an experience I want to repeat. Funny that. No, I don't want to go into the jail. Yeah, here we go. Look at this bunch. Oh. Yeah, oh, the other find today, I forgot to mention. Ed Bonehue. And you actually might know the full beard, or anyone else here on the chat, of course. You're welcome to chime in at any point. It's my understanding that was. I'm not a Necro mainer. I don't really know too much about the Necro. I thought that an Eth Bonehue was the best in slot for the mercenary. At some point anyway, I heard everyone talking about Eth Bonehues, but then now I see Pride. Is it because Pride is only a recently released rune word? Gets that might aura and so more damage, or is Eth Bonehue still got its place with a Necro build, or any other build for that matter? Like clearly in terms of damage you could slap it on any character I suppose with a Zod rune, and it's still definitely got enough damage. So might not be best in slot though. Often a build kind of scenario.
I am overburdened.
Summoner, I suppose? Or, I suppose anything, because there's something about its DPS was the highest,
I can't carry you.
something like that. So it gets that first kill so you can start chaining, what's the word, corpse explosion. Infinity. That's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so here it is, Eth Bonehue. 167, 863. I think maybe it's because of the attack speed as well. Damage per second. Put in a shale, or double shale, I think. Or shale am, it gives you merc some life leech, but Infinity does a fair bit of damage, doesn't it? So, okay. I swear I saw, I think it was a Debrunski video back in the day. And, I mean, this is going back a couple of years now, where Eth Bonehue was talked about. And like at the time of the releasing, I'm sure a man like him had done his research, or I could just be remembering it wrong.
I am overburdened.
Longbow, you don't often see it. Ravenclaw. The other one's Pluck Eye. I did find one of those not too long back. The little unique short bow. I think it might be Treasure Class 3. So, exceptionally rare in hell. And exceptionally useless.
in hell.
Yeah, that's a lot of thresh runs, man. Oh wow, you get that much magic find on a summon answer. Yeah, enjoy your coffee, mate. It's important. It's the morning time in your part of the world. It's the evening where I am. Crikey. Just a sea of red coming at me. Get back. Oh well, I didn't have a jar or a Death's Fathom drop in that time, mate, so you did not miss out. What kind of coffee have you gone for? Typical Euro style with a bit of cream? Espresso with a bit of cream? And a bratwurst? It's your side dish. No, I know that you've got more meat options than bratwurst, but as you say over the side, too funny not to. Rake scar? Is it an Eth rake scar? No, it's not. We'll still have a look at it though. Look at that.
I am overburdened.
You know, well, see why Inferno did an attempt at least, a serious attempt at the Holy Grail with Necro. If you can stack that much. Said I don't really know the fine tunings of a Necro. Excuse me. Cereal in the morning, of course. You don't do the cold meats for lunch. Because that would be quintessentially German. My sister lived in the traditional part of Germany, which you would know as Bavaria, and also that's a few years ago. And over the years, having said that to a few Germans,
they kind of like roll their eyes at the mention of Bavaria, like, no, that's not normal Germany. I don't know exactly where in Germany you were from, but yeah, I actually did get over there. She was in Alpier, in a Schloss, a castle for those who are non-German speaking in the chat. And yeah, I went over and visited that family with her. Oh, short stuff, look at that! Bainash! That's another one of those. That's a huge drop in a way. Huge. Just look at it for a little bit. So Wahid is just doing the hard yards in the background there. So it is a CC3. I don't exactly, I won't want to push it too long. I'll get that ring back. Look at that. I wouldn't have come down this way. I had to stop to look at the paint. A 30 faster run walk and then tape it off after that. Yeah, so Bavaria has kind of skewed my opinion, because I spent I think like 5 days in Bavaria, and then went to Strasbourg, Salzburg, sorry, Strasbourg, which, I mean, you could be, look at that, come on, 15 to cold damage, please be a Nightwing. It is 10 to cold damage. I think I'm gonna have to look. In my stash, I can't remember what the roll was. 1 second, everyone. I'll just finish off these enemy. Oh, now I've kind of lost my train of thought. Where am I at? Bainash into a Nightwings. 10. I can't remember where my other one is, because I can't keep stacking up these. The amount of mules is just getting ridiculous. HC armor. No. Could be on Mrs. Missile. No, Manic Missile. I'll just check one other mule and then get back into it. Just want to see if that's an improvement, more for my satisfaction, if that's an improvement on my current Nightwings. I've only found that's my second on this account. Here we go. You're joking. It's also a 10% cold damage Nightwings. I'll put it in here just so I can put them side by side comparison. I mean, see if that's an improvement at all. Like ED, I'm clutching here. So on the right's the one I just found. 345, 305. Improvement in the ED. So it was 91 ED. More. So yeah, we've got 345, 8, 116. So ED, dexterity, an improvement of 7. A drop in cold absorb by 1. Oh, I can't remember which I placed where. I think did I put the new one? The new one's on the right, right. Come on, Ron. It was overall an improve. We got more dexterity, more defense, but far out. The stat that mattered is exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know if I'll be pulling it out of the stash, putting a 5/5 cold facet in or whatever, which I did find. If it's still here, yeah. No. Yeah, I found that at the start of a run the other day, 9 minutes into it, just a day ago, at 5.5 cold facet. So who knows? Maybe I will. I don't know what else I'm going to do with it. Yeah, that ended up on the Schaefer. I think it's 8 to 15 on the cold damage, I think. So, not even a mid-roll. But, it's not anti-perfect, so I'll take my words. Rake Scar again. Ah, we yes though. No. A couple of eventful little drops here.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. I am over.
Just gonna note that time, 147, was it 147 night wings? I'm just recording and retitling the live streams because no one's going to troll through 2 hours of watching a Barbarian pit Zerk. Oh, I don't believe they are. So if you go into my live streams, the names, I'm updating them to have the exact time down to the second of specific drops. And I'll just put the best ones on the title so that people can see, I don't know, oh gosh, I might just heighten that one a little bit. Ballroom, look at that rage mask. Crikey, where are you? Where is he? Him?
I can't carry anymore.
Still not. I need archers in there. I'm not keen on that. I might have a look at the fighter bow. Tell you what. If it was softcore, my 99 level 99 softcore barb would have been in there already and dealt with it. And if I died, it would not have mattered a one iota. No experience lost at 99. But this is not softcore. Is it him? Has he got the... Oh shit. Excuse me for swearing. Yeah, I shouldn't have even bothered. But now it's out of principle. I'm gonna... yeah, I don't want to repeat. I mean, I kind of know better. I mean, I do know better. There she is. Crikey. Oh, I'm just going to take a second. That was one hit, half my health at 5,000 HP. Yeah. I mean, yes, Shavers. Just a second. Ugh. I mean, I knew there was a potential. A potential.
I am overburdened.
There's just too much juicy stuff in here.
I can't carry anymore.
That was just angry looking and I knew it. I had something within me go like that's just not just your regular, if there's such a thing, regular fanaticism group. There's, yeah, and out of nowhere, as it almost always is, amp damage. And I nearly misclicked getting out of there too.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, that's why I play hardcore. I can't complain. One, I did it, and two, I chose hardcore. But three, it just hits different when you find stuff in hardcore
I need a key.
for that very reason. Yeah, throw sorceress does sound interesting. Yeah, AC is scary. I have had a couple of moments, for sure,
Good day.
where it nearly all ended. That, I wouldn't say it nearly all ended, it's just, well, it was close, because that was, I swear it was only like one hit, and it seemed half my health, fanaticism plus amp, and that dude might have been extra strong, but yeah. I'm just going to regroup, and also, what did I do?
Not in town.
In a rush, I lost my composure, and I think I weapon swapped, and tried to tally out quickly with a low breakpoint, as I was wielding my grief and my Alibaba, not my suicide branch. I mean, I know he's not invincible, but every now and again I get a little bit complacent. Normally in between large periods where it's like, oh yeah, it's sweet. And yeah, it's just like, no, this game has taken down many a strong hero. Anyway, about this sorceress using throw whip. Okay. A cheeky hit taking 1/3 of my health.
I can't carry anymore.
Really? RNG's just throwing me a couple of dangerous mobs, one after the other. That's the only time I've also sworn on stream. I mean, I got some of my bad habits from my soldier days. I say bad habits. My vocabulary, colourful vocabulary is the diplomatic way of putting it. That's I don't think it's ever gonna fully go. That's okay. I'll try and keep it family friendly.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
physically there, full bed, yes. I think I'm at the point where I maybe overthought the degree of creativity I need to show in those videos. I think I just start needing pumping out the videos because each day I'm doing this grind, I'm finding more and more items, and it's like I don't want to create just this huge shotgun list of video with just find after find without some story. But on the other hand, I have also overthought how creative that video should be, which has generated a degree of paralysis. These are my problems.
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, like that was a knee jerk, as you say, immediate in the moment to that nearly dying situation. The only time I pulled it out. It was very much from the subconscious. And when I'm doing my fishing videos, of course, I can edit whatever I want and just get rid of the... Oh, look at that. Smoking small charm of frost. That's an interesting find. I don't know what the max is. That's... I thought the cold and fire were around the other way. Yeah, because the high burner was dropped from living on 5, so we don't give them material zones with the Neolithic or so on. I found a couple of those, exceptionally rare. And I thought that was getting up there, I thought that would be some sort of max roll for the area level. I have yet to find an Eth Ogre Maul. Well, it seems like that anyway. I think I have found an Eth Windhammer. Don't quote me on that. It could be that or Blood Tree Stump, but no, those are not the same thing. But yeah. Is it? I can't. Oh, the Alders, is it? No, Tranks. Tranks with 2 to summoning skills. Been a while since I've done that.
Key. I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Now have a look at that great bow, just because. Just gonna, for my record keeping, near death following night wings. Because I didn't clip that, so I'll have to grab it from the live stream once it uploads. Part of the story on whenever I make when I get round to making this video. Come on. Oh, I love chasing. This is cardio for Barbgantuan, chasing those archers. He's more of a bench kind of guy than a cardio guy. But then again, with his increased speed, he's pretty speedy. This freaking battle gauntlet sounds a lot like a grand charm drop.
I am overburdened.
I think I'm going to give it three more runs. My wrist is just starting to say needs a break. If I don't pay attention, I put too much strain on the, particularly on the hawking. Yeah. So my left click, which is reserve, is pretty fine. My index finger is very good, but particularly my right or my middle finger, I seem to just exert a bit too much pressure when I'm not really thinking. And it wears out that finger, actually through the wrist. Is that a sacred armor? I don't see those. It's just a bit of bad practice I got into, must have got into at some point. Trying to force the hawk kind of idea, as if pressing harder on the mouse makes your hawk faster. Wedge the Y, it does not. But consequently, it just wears out my right wrist a bit quicker. So I've got to retrain, undo some bad habits. I don't know what we do. I think you're right. Must be a connection with exertion in life, typically meaning you're going to get a harder or faster result. Yeah, it's just a binary thing. A right click, pressure is not a factor in its calculations. So the gentlest touch is always required, and I haven't been giving it clearly. The last bit of gameplay. $120s. Aerial. Oh, that's always money for me. And I think I might trademark the term force the hawk. It was funny the first time I ever made a barbarian with hawk ability. It was like 2020. And I was suspicious of the hawk actually having being able to find good items. I thought now they'd change the drop odds for it. I mean, outside of the chance to find the item, that you couldn't find like high runes or there was a lower rate. I don't know why I believed that, but I did. At least in the early days. And so when I got my first like jar or a girl, whatever it was from Travancore with the hawk, I was like, ha! You can get good items with a hawk. Maybe none of you would be surprised with that, but yeah, I was suspicious of the skill. It's like, nah, surely it can't be that good. It is. And I submit the evidence of last night hawking Mang songs. I think that's slightly more satisfying when you hawk something. Not cheating, it's just like, yeah, I put in the extra effort to yell at the corpse and got paid, it paid dividends. And also other classes, you can't do this. It's a little bit childish, but
I can't carry you.
Whatever. Like, look at me, I'm looking at the castle. The
MF castle. That's what he's looking at.
I am overburdened. I can't carry.
Hawk is OP. It may be, but I'm keeping it. Hey, my favourite character happens to be one that can't do half screen clears like some other classes. We get to have some wins alright, us and our poor barbarian camp. You fellas and your self-wielding infinity sorceresses and mosaic sins. You stop complaining about our hawk abilities.
I am overburdened.
Blade, I just want to look at it for some reason. Javazons and your ability to clear cows in a P8 cows in a minute. Telling me that my hawk is OP. Ye in the glassiest of houses.
I am overburdened.
It's interesting, like,
I am overburdened.
you know, seeing computer games over, a number of years, like particularly Dino 2, and the power creep thing, like
I can't carry.
Dino was always going to be, well, always going to be, started out with, there was always a bit of a grind and the slow clear idea, and then you get the introduction and things over time. I get it, I'm not against it, it's just, I think a natural progression that not only does your character improve in terms of its clear speed, but the patches change so that gets even further and further. But there's, I suppose, got to be a limit, otherwise, as some have said, the Mosaic Sin's approaching Project Diablo 2 level, and it's like that kind of game. And I don't mean to, I'm not trying to get all controversial here and be like, oh, it's got to be this or that, but kind of like seems to be the case in a lot of computer games. It's just got to go more powerful over time. I don't know, just keep people engaged. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm thankful for the Ringward Grief. Means I can kind of stay up on somewhat some par. Say getting to level 99. If I didn't have that, actually I didn't end up using it in the end to dual grandfathers, but it actually brings some reprieve to the otherwise full-on grind that would be the case for the barbarian. And I'm not going to be making a single-player last wishing, so it's grief or grief. I suppose death and so on. There's a few groups. Maybe I'm monologuing too much here, I should just play the game. Oh, well, I'm not paying attention. It was monologuing, so damn it, I got straight into that, straight into that fanatic.
I am overburdened. I am overburdened.
Okay. You love Oath. Yeah. That is a probably best bang for buck Runewood, would you reckon? Oh, melee Runewood. I think that will make this the final run. Unless I get something super juicy. And it's got to be over. It's got to be more than a Malroom. D group horn is not super juicy. I'll have a look at it. I don't think any stats change on it. It's 200 ED. Isn't it? Yeah, 200 ED. And that's it.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright, last few elite packs to potentially get something super juicy, otherwise that's not easy. Cheers for joining everyone, appreciate it. That actually does help me with the grind. This would be obviously a lot more difficult if I was just doing this on my lonesome, being offline and all. So like
I am overburdened.
would you imagine playing with a party, a barbarian? Probably not, because he'd have more larger health pools and all that. Look at that pike just over there. Yeah. Hawked. 344. Just your joke, the full beard. You just came in with a zinger. A death web. 344? 244? Oh, 3. Oh, so it rolled one on the... Is it the necro skills or the poison and bone skills that changes? Necro skills, right? It's always 2 poison and bone. Mate, that's epic though. Is it your first? The first D-web? Yeah, that was I found something. Okay, you found something juicy. Did you? So you actually did just find. Wait, are you out there hawking? 2 necro, 1 poison bone. Ah, right. Okay, well, I'll give it an honour of you finding a D web. Yeah, that's most agree that it's the second rarest item in the game. Like, it is super rare. Only behind Tyrael's Might and anything that's even close to being rare than Tyrael's Might is super rare. Alright, I'll do this run in honour of that D-web, mate. That's your second. Berserker Axe. Or is that a grailer for you? Is that a grail off the list? That's your second of something unbelievable, but whatever the case, a huge one. Missing Schaefer's and Arm of King Leoric. Really? So you've only got 2 on the Grail. Your second. Holy. Very few people can say they've found 2 death's webs. Well,
I can't carry anymore.
that's crazy RNG though that you haven't found King Leoric. But, yeah. what are you doing there? Well, I'm now intrigued as to what the drop odds of it is, because I know I've only seen it a couple of times myself. Display capture. Like, I'm really intrigued now. Um, uh, drop calc. Oh, and tutorials. That's getting, that's almost grotesque, is what that is. Is it exceptional? Oh, look at that. Armor King Leoric comes right up. Let's go. So you're farming mostly in hell. We'll go. Oh, it doesn't matter if I put an MF or not. Find. Oh, really? That is. You aren't really likely to come across it. 1.5 million. Crikey. So the highest probability. Oh, that's a regular launch. No, sorry. I should put unique. Yeah, okay, it is one of those items. Yeah, still, you should have come across it. 118,000. But if you put in like 300 MF, which you're probably close to, 57,000, yeah. Okay. Just Thresh. Super unique. Thresh socket. Well, with 1 in 29,000. So it's not like super rare, but yeah, yeah. I was just intrigued to see the numbers behind it myself. What's one that evaded me for a while? That's like shouldn't have. Oh, they're war travelers. So I'd found what every rune up to Cham, and I mean 2 of each. I think excepting Bur and Jar, but I'd feel yeah. Um, and Tyraels and Templars and and so on, but I had not found some war travelers on my hardcore account until last week. But they're a bit rarer than your Armor King Leoric. Oh well. Well, man, cool talking. You should be down to should be. You'll be you'll be beating me at that rate because you've got your We're both after Schaefers, but I'm also after Death's Fathom, which is or should be a fair bit less likely to drop than your Armor King Leoric at the time. But yeah, mate, awesome. Well, good luck with your magic finding. Everyone, thank you very much for joining. Until next time, have a good one. Catch you later.